All right, tonight I want to do a quick update, and I think today the bulls could have been trapped, and I do think we have significant downside needed from here. And when I say significant, I mean anywhere between about 2 to 6%, and for a high beta stock, that could be upwards of 15 to 20%. So definitely be mindful of what you're trading here. This is a very critical resistance zone, and no, none of this has anything to do with the credit downgrade. This is 100% technical, just like I told you down here in the bottom for the V-shaped recovery. I wasn't referencing any news, and I never said anything had to happen with tariffs. I simply said we were looking for a V-shaped recovery due to technicals. So this pullback I'm looking for is 100% technical. I do not care what the news is going to say. There's always going to be a scapegoat that's going to get the credit, and that is exactly how humans rationalize market behavior, because they have no other way to do it, because they are simply reacting to what is going on around them and not actually listening to the chart. So what the chart is telling me is this is an exhaustion. The V-shape is complete. We are hitting very strong resistance zones where smart bulls are selling to lock profits and smart bears are looking for an entry to short. And while there is no guarantee anything has to work, it is extremely low risk to short here. And I want to show you with the short position tool, you are looking for a pullback to at least 508 on the triple Qs here. And if you're taking my risk reward advice, I always suggest no less than a 1.5 risk reward ratio. And this is going to allow you to be profitable over time if your reward is 1.5 times the risk you're taking, which will allow you to be profitable without winning every single trade. Now you could dial this up to higher risk rewards, but keep in mind the more risk reward you're getting, typically the quicker you'll hit a stop loss. So I do suggest looking for right around 1.5. So this is just a very simple technical short setup from the resistance here on the triple Qs at 522. And I'm looking to take profit right around 508, although I do think we could go a lot lower than 508, which means we could go all the way down into the low 490s. So I do think the bulls were getting trapped today. I think the expectation due to the Moody's downgrade was that we were going to crash today. I think you could go anywhere on social media and everybody was expecting the market to crash today. So as I always tell you, when everybody's expecting something, you're never going to see it happen, because if everybody's expecting it, that would be way too easy of a trade. So the market did the opposite today and just rallied off the open all the way into the close. And I do think that was actually a very predictable outcome due to everybody expecting the opposite to happen. Now what everybody is thinking, oh, it didn't matter, or oh, we still need to go higher and then we're not ready to pull back. And I'm telling you that right there is the bull trap. So the bull trap tricks the majority. Now the majority think we're going higher. Now the majority think we're not going lower. Guess what's going to happen? So look for that resistance at 522 on the triple Qs. I think you have a great risk reward setup to be a bear here, or at least a smart bull locking some profits looking to buy back lower. And as I always say, this is an uptrend, which means we are making higher lows and higher highs. So you do not need to short the market. You could simply sell here and buy back lower. And remember, if you don't short and we continue to go higher, that means you're not losing money. If you do short and we go higher, yes, you are going to lose money. So if you don't want to lose and you'd rather just be in cash, that is a completely acceptable option here, because yes, cash is also a position at certain times in the market. It is better to just be in cash and wait to see what happens. So obviously I'm expecting the pullback. I think we are going to get it as soon as tomorrow, and I do think today was the bull trap. On the S&P 500, the same exact thing on the triple Qs. I'm looking for a pullback to break down below support at 590 to push us back down towards 582 and then 568. That is a sizable pullback, as you could tell from today's close, down to 568. That is about a 4.5% drop. So on a high beta stock name, that could easily be 15 to 20%. So do keep that in mind. And a high beta stock would be all of those retail favorites that everybody's chasing, like Palantir, HIMS, and maybe like a crypto miner or like Master or something like that. So watch out. That is a big decline. They're likely coming down very quickly once it happens, because yes, the bears do take the elevator down. And these are great times to be looking for a pullback. Even if we don't get the pullback, let's say I'm wrong and we continue higher, it is very low risk if we continue higher from here, because you are not going to go on some monster double-digit rally from these levels. And then last but certainly not least is Bitcoin. It did test the support at 102,000 today and bounced off of it nearly to the penny, but it is a giant wick and the day is not yet over. So we could still be putting in another bull trap here, which could mean Bitcoin's going to break below 102,000 and retest 96,000. So I'd be looking for that as well. So all across the board, it looks like we are due for a pullback. It doesn't guarantee we're going to get one, but the risk reward is there, and I do believe the probability is there as well. So I do think you should be considering it, or at least preparing to manage risk if you were not expecting it. Year to date, we are up 15.84%, absolutely destroying this market, performing very well. And this is my trade alert service, TSC Trade Alerts, where you get the exact buy and sell alerts for the percent allocations that I am taking for the TQQQ and the SQQQ. And now is a great time to join, because we are extremely cash heavy and will be placing lots of trades. So now is a great time to get plugged in if you've been thinking about joining. You can find out how to join my alert service by clicking on the link in the description or the comment section. So thank you for watching, everybody. Now go crush this market.